What's up, guys? Got 3 builds to show off. I did them all identical, just like one that I did for my buddy Nate. Was it last year at this time? Last year or a little bit before then for him and John. So go over the builds just a little bit. These are all black cerakoted cases. I did 170 cases. The 170 case is stock brushed, but it has its lug points lower, which makes these perfectly clear. It's a little tougher to get at a 170 case these days, but I was able to get at 3 of them, and so perfect clearance. The other ones, what happens is it touches right against it, which isn't necessarily a problem, but you see that right there where that goes up and down? You'll get just a little bit of discoloration right at the tip of these leather straps. So 170 case, cerakoted in black. Did Atlas bezels. We did those in red cerakote. So red cerakote all the way around. Then a black ceramic insert. Obviously did it in matching, not only to the original build, but matching the build overall. So we've got our red accents at our 36912, and then our silver accents at the other hour indices. Custom hand-painted dial. So dial logo there. We did that in like a nice enamel paint. Did that in our black and red. Sanded it down and then did the pips around it. Custom hands from my buddy Yuri. They are done up in black and red, and then a custom painted second hand. So that second hand does not loom. It is just a black dot there in the center. So just so that we keep moving on, showing the same thing on each one. Custom engraved crown. So we've got our CII logo there, which also matches the patch on our red leather. We've got our black preview buckle on these. All these have these have red movement holders. I was like, red movement holder go perfect for these. So red movement holder in there, silver rotor, and a low profile exhibition case back. You get your little protective cover on all these, so you can peel that off whenever you like. And then on the sides of each one, we've got a couple of them going out to a couple of the Ervins, and one going out to Mr. Roger Church. So here on the sides. So these are the builds. So bezels on these will turn left, they'll turn right. These are just held on with a tension ring. So no clickable style bezel. This is an automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder. But if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it up just a little bit before you put it on, because it's going to be that mixed with the movement of your body for the rotor, kind of working on that automatic, putting some pressure on your mainspring to kind of coil it up. So if you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it up just a little bit, and how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, you can wind. And a wind is a turn that way. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth than, say, trying to do one way. You can do it this way if you want. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, you will keep time throughout the day, because that'll be mixed with that rotor movement. If you do it for something closer to 15-20 seconds, you're going to max out your 31-hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you're happy with your winding, you'll pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. You'll notice it's going to keep going. It's not a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown that deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So if you're pushing and prying on it, it is rolling with that ball joint in there. So if you kind of give it a little bit of a pull, you won't even feel that, but it's there. It's there for a reason. Okay, Google, what time is it? 3:58 p.m. You're good. Set your time. It's a little bit past that. Push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. You'll know if you're not out of your time setting because as you start to wind it, the hand will move just a little bit, and then it will get, be down far enough because it's actually grabbing onto the threads that now you're out of your time setting. So if you ever get that, give it a little tap over, make sure you're actually getting it out of that. You can go from winding it to setting the time, but you cannot go from setting the time back to winding it. You have to re-engage the clutch system by taking it out of that, screwing it all the way down, and now you can go back to winding it. So showing that in real life. There, it's about 4 o'clock. Now I want to go back to winding it. There's no wind. I don't know if you can hear, but there's nothing. Nothing's happening. So I'm out of the time setting, and I'm into the wind setting, but it can't wind until this goes all the way back down. So that's how that works. So these are the builds. Hope you guys like them. As with every build, I do matching beads to go with them. Entirely up to you how cool you guys are, whether you wear these or not. These will also come in matching Consolidated boxes. Did these in red stain. Not sure why my camera's not focusing. So, matching boxes. And each build will come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts. So everything here in the center. It's been a dreary day, which my phone's still not focusing. So it's just been a dreary day, not a lot of light. I kind of was waiting until it was lighter out, and that's never came. And my phone does not want to focus on what I'm showing it. But this is good on all glass and metal parts, so everything here in the center. It's non-toxic, non-residue, non-streaking. You'll also have some leather conditioner that keeps your strap perfectly soft. If you ever feel that it's not as soft or not as pliable as you want it to be, put this on the front and the back, let it soak in, remove any excess. A little bit will go a long way. Just kind of rub it in like you would with boots. And then lastly, you've got some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's for your acrylic glass because you can scratch it. If you do, put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your included microfiber. The scratches up and down go left and right, filling that scratch with the stuff, and then polish it out. And if it doesn't take it out, let it solidify, come back to it 10 minutes later, do it again. Just keep buffing it, and you should bring your acrylic back to perfect. That said, don't scratch the Cerakote. It would be the same as if you scratched your car. If you just take the upper layer off, you can still see that it's red or it's black. Try some gun oil on it, and it'll kind of hide the scratch a little bit. But if you go all the way through to where you see silver, it's the same as if you did it on your car. You have to have that sanded down and reapplied. So those are the builds. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate Nate for having me build you guys some watches. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.